Thank you.
She just went in the middle and she stripped all her stuff out.
I think you're giving up your binder?
Yeah, watch. Yeah, you weren't supposed to be able to read that.
Yeah, I know.
Why is it that double take?
A little bit, right there, yeah.
I'm so sorry.
You're fucking up.
Okay, it's 10 a.m. Call this meeting to order, please. Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Does anyone like to do an invocation prayer? Actually would this morning. Lord, we thank you for the gift of the season and for the chance to pause. We ask that you fill this room with your peace and remind us the true meaning of Christmas, which is the birth of our Savior. Help us to conduct your business with integrity, reflection of your righteousness, and love. May we be the light in the marketplace, serving you and others with pure hearts and clean hands. Amen. Okay. This was advertised in all public markets as a special meeting. So this is going to fall under special meeting rules. Board members, you have received an agenda. That is not correct. People in the audience have received the same agenda. It is not correct. This is a special meeting, I was just informed of. So everything, the approval of the regular board meeting of last month is not going to be on this agenda. The first public comment will not be on this agenda. The presentation of NEMSCA, Carolyn, not on this agenda. Executive Director, Treasurer's Report, Secretary's Report, Committee Reports, and unfinished business will not be on this agenda. This is a special meeting. Apparently it was advertised as so in all media rights that we have advertised on. So what we will be doing will be new business, public comment, director's comments and concerns, and then adjourn. Okay? That's the way we have to do this meeting today. This is a special meeting. Again, it was advertised as such. Okay?
Are you limiting the public comments to just what's being discussed in this meeting?
Public comment can comment on anything they would like.
Okay, thank you.
You have 2 minutes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Stand enough.
Okay. So for the record, let's do a roll call.
Mendyka?
Here.
Lynch?
Here.
Schlicker? Here. Hinder?
Here.
Chesney? Here. Kozo?
Here.
Charbonneau?
Here.
Stefanowski?
Here.
Von Fennel? Here. Drummond?
Thank you. As again, per to our special meeting rules, we're going to go to the new business. Okay? New business, exterior handrails for bungalows. Residents discuss the potential action regarding the installation of handrails in the exterior of the building of the bungalows to improve accessibility and safety. Upon further review, because it does not meet the 3 or 4 step minimum, we do not have to provide it. If the people want to put that in themselves, that is something that they can do. Legally, by law, we do not have to do it. That being said, I did provide some, in our booklets here, just some handrail options that would be very easily to install for a contractor and so forth. Yes,
Can I
ma'am.
get a copy of that?
Yes, ma'am. It should be in your booklet.
Yeah.
Do you have a booklet? And it's not in there? These pictures?
Down back. Mine.
Okay, sure. You can have mine or.
Sorry. Thank you.
So that being said, if somebody at the bungalows wants to install them, I gave them a couple of pretty affordable options. They will have to get with a licensed contractor to install such things. They will be responsible for all costs and occurrences of that. Okay? We talked about the bylaw amendment, the voting age, a proposal to discuss and vote on a potential change of our current bylaws regarding the minimum age requirements for voting on board members. In our bylaws, we can change our bylaws anytime we choose fit, if we want to. The question was brought up, why can't somebody vote for the board members that isn't over the age of 60? I don't know. We can vote on that right now if we want to.
Well, I can tell you why,
Yeah.
because they have to be a client or get services from ACCOA.
I don't remember that in our bylaws, so I'm trying to, if that's factual, that's great.
Right.
But,
They have to be a member of the ACOA, which as members have to be over a certain age.
And we have to fill out an application.
Yeah.
so I'm a member of the ACCOA.
And receive our services.
Yes.
Okay,
Can someone go to the section of the bylaws and
That's
read
what I'm
what it
looking for.
states?
because,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind changing it because it doesn't really, all they're voting for.
Now, if we want to have a discussion about expanding something, because this is no longer just a senior center and we have a community center, I think that's where the discussion needs to be. But all the bylaws are written as ACCOA only. So that's where we get into the conflict of now we have a community center. So we can have a conversation about what kind of modifications we need or how we're gonna handle that. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be probably rethought.
Would it be within our purview to form a committee for bylaw review? Would that be
Probably, yeah.
a thing to do?
So, number.
That way there's people that are aware of this, they know it more.
Yeah, you can get more detail
Right.
on how the implication, and I think we need to review both with the grants from NEMSCA and our responsibilities there
Ryan,
and how
did you
to
hear?
expand.
No.
I had said something about, would it be in our purview or a good idea to form a committee to deal with the bylaw issue? That way, it would be a set group of people that are familiar with it, can familiarize themselves with it, and then present it to the board. They would know the answers to the questions we're asking. Would that be within our?
That sounds like a fantastic idea. Would you like to head that up?
I would
Perfect.
do that.
And I could be on it
Okay,
too,
yep.
because of all of the standards
Yes.
and everything
Yes.
that we have to follow for AAA standards.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Do we want to tell her though what this says until?
Yes.
Sure.
until it
I
can be
actually
changed?
talked to Jamie this morning.
Okay.
So. yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
That sounds fantastic. Okay, thank you for that.
It's a different document.
Well, you guys are also going through that. Make sure we understand what does it take from a voting standpoint to amend the bylaw.
Because we have to change things like the
Right.
address and, I mean, like, there's a lot of cleanup there.
And since it is now a larger group than just the senior center, it's probably warranted.
Yeah.
What did you find in our bylaws currently?
It does have some verbiage in there. It's
Not to interrupt us, but if there's gonna be a committee, let the committee
Yeah.
go do that. There's no sense in discussing.
Okay,
it
well,
here
Dolores had a question, so I was just trying to get her an answer.
now.
About,
Question relative
about
to,
what was in the bylaws, what's in the bylaws.
there is some verbiage in there.
Yeah, when I was looking for the nominating committee and how to hold the election, so I in that is section.
Okay.
Next thing under new business is a bungalow access road lighting. Review plans and next steps for installing new and improved lighting on the private road. That is not in our budget.
Right.
Sorry, it's not gonna happen. Probably should have been thought about when they got built, before that road got paved, but it didn't, so unfortunately, it's not gonna happen. What do you say
Possibly
about that?
down the road a ways.
If we can find a
Few
grant
years.
that's gonna pay for road lighting, that would be fantastic, but that would be wonderful. But
And ask Ty if he's looking into grants for things.
sure,
Yeah.
that's fantastic. We have a security camera quote up for review from Mike Suter. We had one the last board meeting that was a much, much smaller version than this. These cameras, go ahead.
I was just gonna interrupt and say, that's actually an item that needs to go before the finance committee. We discussed it at our last meeting. Without going into the details of that expenditure rises to the level that says we really need to have competitive quotes on that. So we
You
have,
want competitive bids on this?
absolutely. That's a $10,000 expense, and if you look at that as a percent of our typical expenditures, it's rather large. Due diligence would say you'd want to have competitive quotes to review. So coming out of the finance committee, it was a suggestion that says we get at least 2 additional competitive bids.
Do you have a timeline on that
Yes, as soon as possible.
before the next board meeting? 2
Um,
more?
We'll make that attempt, whether we get those or not, because we've got to bring at least a couple of people in, have Wendy walk through and show them what it is we're looking at, and then
So-
we'll bid from them.
Just so I'm clear, you want to bring in 2 other contractors that don't know anything about this building, other than the contractor that put all these lines in, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Can we
Okay.
review the need for those just real quick?
Yeah, they needed to be here. We have to have cameras for the safety of our residents and the safety of our employees for multiple reasons. They need to record audio and video. There's been incidents here where things have been said that needed to be, should have been recorded and weren't. There's issues with the kitchen. There's no cameras in the kitchen at all. Most fires and accidents happen in the kitchen, slip and falls and things of that nature. There's no cameras on the exterior of that side of the building and stuff like that where accidents have happened. We've had issues with a lot of things out there.
So this is to put cameras inside and outside of the building?
Correct.
We don't have any right now?
I think we have 8 in the whole building.
Okay.
I mean, to your question,
Mhm.
once we get the competitive bids, yes, the actual need still needs to be discussed.
Yeah, okay. Thanks.
Now, you're saying audio also?
Yeah. If there's somebody having a fit out here screaming and yelling at somebody, one of our employees, we want to know what they're saying, not just waving their arms. We want to know what they're saying.
If threats are involved or whatever.
I think you better check with the lawyer on that, because when they had it at the old building, that's illegal to,
If you do not inform your employees and clients.
because if somebody's sitting out there having their lunch and they're talking about one of their kids, it's nobody's business,
So
and it shouldn't be recorded.
with all due respect, anywhere you go, whether it be Chris Mart, Meyer, Walmart, wherever, you're being recorded on audio and video. The second you step out of your house, you have no reasonable expectation of privacy unless it's a bathroom to not be recorded by somebody or something. That's it. You have to assume you're being recorded when you step out of your house or a bathroom.
I would suggest you get some legal advice on that, because I was told by a legal person that you cannot, what do you call that? Record, you cannot record
Third party.
somebody without their knowledge.
Have you ever seen a sign in a public building that says you're being recorded? If there's cameras. At
Now,
Walmart,
where-
I'll just say Walmart, or Chris
Walk in
Mart,
the door.
Chris Mart, for
Again,
example.
it's a very simple request. And I would tend to agree with Dolores. There isn't one of us sitting at this table that's an attorney. So everything that is said right now is but someone's opinion.
Yeah.
So in defense of Dolores, we really should seek counsel advice.
Sure.
So again, that would be,
I would say
A-
seek
a
counsel
dis-
advice, but in the public, you can record a cop arresting somebody, you can't do nothing about it.
let's just,
Mhm.
again, I hear what you're saying.
We just, for due diligence, need to have this part of the package and part of the agreement and part of the discussion. So Thank you, Dolores, for bringing that up.
Any other things about the security camera situation?
Who is going to contact the attorney?
I'll do that.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Tim.
Building generator project status. I was hoping to have an update here, but that did not happen. We are still looking for a good generator to get put in here so we can keep this as a warming center, keep all of our food secure and safe and so on. We currently do not have that. I do not have any other bids like I was told I would have this morning, so sorry. And hopefully by the next meeting, we'll have a couple. So that's my report on that, unless anybody has anything else.
Can I talk about the Santa thing?
Have public comments probably, or
Um,
the director's comments
Yeah,
at the end.
Okay, should I wait then?
yeah, we'll wait just a couple minutes here. So that's my update on the building, the generator situation, guys. I don't have anything else, unfortunately, at this time, like I was hoping.
When you, when you get those, let's schedule some time on the finance committee.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's gonna be a big one. Okay, at this time, set my timer here, guys. The time is 10:15. I would open up the public comment. Public comment is limited to 2 minutes per person. This is not a discussion. This is a public comment. Would anybody in the audience like to make a public comment? Please stand up, state your name and where you're from.
Hannah Tennant from Lincoln, ex-board member. First thing, I know you can't comment on it Monday. I don't want you to take my time anyways. It's been months since I've talked to you about the bouncy houses that if you don't know, I donated 2 bouncy houses, very nice, commercial quality, and they were $2,600, and that's been months ago. And it was brought up that there was not able to have insurance on that, and I found out from a board member instead of the executive director a while later that it was decided that you weren't going to use them. I then stopped in to see you, and you said that you were going to check with the insurance person and get back to me. You still haven't gotten back to me. I'd like to know, are you going to take advantage of that because I did it so you can make money and keep things operating and actually use the facility for money? So one way or the other, I would appreciate a prompt answer to that. Second, I guess you can either listen to this now or it's going to hit the paper. I'm telling you right now. I'm tired of everything that I've been hearing and seeing and reading. When I was on the board, we let Ty talk to the credit union and other financial people about a credit line of credit, and we were turned down to pay for the extra $1 million that it cost for this building. If you can't see where that extra $1 million is, I'm sorry, but it's a beautiful building. It's not being used to its full potential, and it's not making the money it could be making at this time. But you let Ty talk you into doing that. You got turned down. And instead of paying these tradespeople that are sitting here waiting for money that I suggested when I left the board that they needed to be paid and promptly, there's no reason why they can't be paid. They don't have money to heat their homes. They're looking at losing their businesses. And they did the work. They deserve to be paid. And it's all been here and it's been quiet, but it's going to the newspaper.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. This fight just begun.
Go ahead.
Andy Shaw, Harrisville Township. Again, just on the money, we've got 8 people that we started with getting paid. Back in September, the best of my recollection on the August or September minutes, we were going to seek an attorney to get counsel on writing a letter to accompany the partial payment check. It was roughly half. If you go to those minutes, you can see what it was. And then that morphed into hiring Herstein, who then sent me a multi-default letter, which I've since sent to everyone else. And I've now spent tens of thousands of dollars in legal fees combating this guy on every single item, which I feel we've answered all of them. And it was never what was approved by the board. I think the board really has to look at whether they properly hired the attorney. I really encourage you guys to take a look at that. And then the second part is we've got trades that just happen to be at the end of the project, right? So we had, say, 70 different companies that were fully paid who just happened to be at the beginning of the project. And so to go to these people that happen to be at the end of the project not getting paid, 8 of them, and then ask them to then take a 50% reduction on what is remaining owed to them. Some people just have 20 grand owed to them. Another guy has 250,000 owed to him. So I don't think this is an appropriate action by whoever let this occur, this Herstein going to trades, negotiating them down. It's just not right. And my answer is that imagine if the county took in all the proceeds and I see the tax number 1 item on my bill and said, you guys, oh, we're just going to give you half your money, or you can hire an attorney, we can go to court. That's no way to behave. I took, just so you know, my cost was 1/3 of my competitor. You can go back and see, they were 22%. I came in at 1/3 voluntarily. Now I got this Herstein who's then trying to haircut me. His first conversation was, okay, thank you for that.
Would anyone else like to speak? Public comment, 2 minutes.
In your September 20th meeting, Michael Lamble, attorney for one of the suppliers, your motion was to, motion by Damon, responded or seconded by Turek, to seek legal counsel from an attorney specializing in construction law for purposes not limited to crafting a proposed payment plan for building project tradesmen and vendors. I have gone through 1 year of your minutes. There is nothing in any of those minutes authorizing by this board the hiring of any attorney. So I don't know who this Herstein guy is, and I don't really care. Now, we have a lien that has been filed and recorded.
I respectfully ask that you have communications, which is your ethical responsibility, through our attorney. You know who we're
No, I
representing.
don't acknowledge that you have an attorney.
We have an attorney. We would
I
ask that.
don't acknowledge that, sir. It doesn't exist. Your attorney, if there is one, has an obligation to go to court to file objections to the lien that has been properly placed. You need to
Thank you for
pay
your
your
time,
bills.
Thank you for your time.
Hey, his time's not up. That was only 1 minute and 37 seconds. And he stopped him, so give him another 3 minutes, Lambo.
All right, that's good. Now, you also
Want to play games?
All right. We're going to adjourn this meeting for 20 minutes. Thank you.
That's fine.
Board members, come with me, please. Was that?
Paper says the registered
We're
meeting.
going to recess. We're going to recess for 20 minutes, not adjourn. We're going to recess for 20 minutes. Board members, come with me, please. Back to the back office.
You guys just got out of a lawsuit. You don't need this one.
And 2 minutes is 2 minutes. That's like the 20th lie I caught you in 2 weeks now, Mr. President.
Brad,
Should we shut the lights off? They never paid for them.
Brad.
Well, they owe me $260-some thousand.
Good God is right.
Yeah.
This man deserves his money. Everybody comes to work. They're all having a nice Christmas this year. How's your Christmas been?
not very good.
Nothing, because I haven't even given my workers Christmas bonus yet this year. And they always have it the first week in December.
But we pray to our God that
No.
we celebrate our Christmas.
I paid
and what it
overtime
means.
to get it done for their newspaper meeting in July, and I get nothing for it. Last check they wrote me was in April.
Well, I'm on your side, buddy.
I knew he's gonna stop you soon.
Good.
I ran the clock.
Because it ain't over.
I knew that.
Just starting.
Shit's gonna hit the fan.
I am not going to respond to somebody that doesn't
Let me start
exist.
their 20 minutes. Their attorney sent me a letter last week, because I called her and asked for money once a week, all nice messages with no signature. And he has to respond to my attorney, not me.
They
I
didn't
told the
vote to
president.
spend the money to hire
He
the
doesn't-
attorney.
I'm
Yeah.
not responding
To an
to an
email.
attorney that doesn't exist for purposes of this board.
So why doesn't this attorney have a meeting with?
I told him to have him here for this meeting to talk to Mike
Yeah, I
before the
mean,
meeting.
because this has been discussed more than once, so why doesn't this attorney show up?
Exactly, they're in Troy.
I
I
mean,
told
if
him,
there's truly an attorney, then I would think to come out of the dark and
and
show
the
up.
lady in the front is right about you can't have voice on cameras.
Well, we know that because Larry Avery had the last senior center
Yeah,
lawyer so bad. I don't know if anybody knows
No.
or remembers that. And it was a big thing, and as board members, we took those cameras away. You could, he had it all set up at his house where he could watch and listen to everything. He didn't even hear. And stuff he shouldn't know. Every conversation, they can say that you can record, that you're on camera, but I don't know that that falls in the recording.
I did know that Shopmakers records everything you
Do
say,
they?
and I did call in it because if I go somewhere, I wanna know.
Right.
If I'm having a conversation with somebody, I wanna know if I'm being recorded.
Do they have to say audio also? Or
Yeah,
just?
So that's another thing too, on the phone,
They have to tell you you're
if they don't
recording.
say that on this phone, and I did mention that, like, you know, if you're being recorded,
They
you
have
have
to,
to say
yeah.
that you're being recorded.
Now, like, when they said the school, that's not, I worked there 27 years, the school does not record only in certain rooms.
This is registered.
Like Dan would have his room, only for, because I understand for the situation, or, but like in the hallways
Yeah,
and
so you
them,
try to
you get,
special now.
there's too many kids, too much going on,
I
they're
think
not.
it's like a public,
It was-
place, you don't
What,
have
it's
to.
not, right, like Chris Mark,
So
he was
right
they say that,
I don't know.
but Chris
If you
Mark,
look at
this
his,
is a
if
situation.
you look
where
at you look at the email
you
here,
couldn't
it's still
hear
next
anything just
Tuesday.
because of all the muffled.
Oh, I'm sure.
there's
They usually
nothing there.
cancel their December message.
But,
meetings.
oh,
If
right,
you go to-
right,
That's
it's
why
because
it's
I was gonna
Yeah.
ask,
Yeah.
But,
Jamie.
but
I wonder
why
when
did they
they
change
found
that? I've been
out
yelling
about
at him every week since the last
that was
meeting,
under
it's not changed,
security.
it's not changed.
About the bathrooms. I didn't want
Which
to
they
ask
don't know how,
because I
when they
forgot
know,
to have.
you spent all this
So
money, you
this-
should have paid your
the
trade.
motion-
So their
yes.
website isn't updated.
Because that is
unless it's
dangerous.
been done
I
recently.
don't know when it's-
That generator they
That
want,
woman is
just
the
to
woman
buy the
that
generator.
happened. She's 78
They're
years
trying to get it
old, and
installed
she has
for
to now wear a
$1,000.
flashlight and walk
Well,
literally
that's
out
just
of
to
the.
say
Yeah, they're, I think they.
The
Really,
fact
they
of
have-
the matter,
When I got.
the
Yeah.
cameras, there's Super Bowl amount of cameras here.
Cause no, yeah,
But
that's not.
the
safe.
same person
No.
that's whining about
And
the
she had a
cameras
hip replacement.
was
I'm like,
whining
oh my
because she didn't
God.
get
I don't take them here because I
Parking.
literally live right up the road, so it's easier for
She
me,
wanted.
but I do feel, right, and it's a beautiful facility. I mean, if
I know,
if
I
I
need
was
to
going
shop, right?
somewhere and I needed to jump in the
I know
car, I
a lot
certainly
of
would. It's not that I don't think that they're clean. But, yeah.
I'm so glad you're here.
It's.
No, but for sure, no.
Interesting.
They should.
Somebody needs to read the minutes.
And
Not that do.
Yeah, I just.
And then you realize they ain't got a lawyer.
On the age thing,
Yeah.
I
Well, they're
don't know
paying
why
for it.
their place is
I
55.
don't care what they did.
That's how they made the bylaws.
I know, but
And
now that
they
it's a
change them.
community center,
That's what they
Exactly.
actually do.
that they should consider being, a community center, not just
Well,
an
that's what I
ACCOA.
MAC.
Especially that I have a membership here now too, and go the independent, not that I mean, not that I'm against this beautiful facility,
Yes.
but I do think that they could be doing a lot more to be generating.
But you also have to realize that they just started this.
No,
That's
I,
why
And then they
Yeah.
walked into all of this.
right, I understand.
I've been here.
I
this is that third
personally
meeting.
have
Well, come on,
her,
one they
and
canceled
she's
the day
not,
before.
she's not an easy person to deal with.
I bet you they're calling the sheriff department.
Good, go ahead.
Because I came for a
That's what I
wedding,
wanted
that
to
I
do
told
in
my,
recess.
because I came about a wedding, I couldn't get
Who brought
a
it,
answer,
Bob?
we moved it to the 8th. I'm pretty sad that I couldn't provide my son's wedding here in a local establishment. And I had
I've
the only
been
one.
an attorney
Alcohol was an issue first, now cornhole has
87,
alcohol.
85.
Then you couldn't wear street shoes in there,
I've been
then you
on
could wear
the
street
board.
shoes, but they just held the bizarre, now cornhole.
Are they
does
allowed
street
to, like,
shoes.
Go out and
And,
talk to each other about
you
calling
only
a closed
could,
session?
you can hold 200 and some in there, but the
No.
only seat was capacity for
They
168. I have
need
250
to give a
for,
copy of
and then
Robert's
you,
rules of order.
you have to rent only for a day, you
That's
can't
bigger
rent it for
problem.
more than a
See,
day.
what they did is they ran. He got them out.
There's
before
a lot of
anybody
issues.
said something.
He
She
got
is
caught in the
terrible
line,
to
he was
work
lying
with, and I
since
think
day
she's
one.
rude.
Well, it's really sad. I know, you
This
know,
is- this
when
is
we found
truly
out that
tragic.
that we were over budget, it was way too late to do anything. We had to finish this project. Andy Shaw has done, and
You've done
every
over
one of you
backwards
guys
for it.
have done everything to make this such a
Did you just
beautiful,
knock that down
beautiful
or
building.
talk about?
Our
Is that what
community
you wrote
is
down about when? Oh,
blessed to
I
have.
thought you were.
No,
No, but
I
that-
believe that
if
they
they
are
want-
moving.
I mean, that's gonna be, that would be a big learning to hear is
Well, you know,
graduations,
I was
weddings.
gonna go tell them, if you
They
guys look
have
at the
alcohol now. As
Aplex
soon
in
as I
Alpena,
talked about that, you
go look at
can
that
have
schedule.
alcohol.
They're not closed on
Um,
New Year's or nothing.
they
They
have
should be
it
having a
for
New Year's
cornhole.
party here, giving
It's
away
right on the
gym
bottom of their
membership,
flyer.
selling memberships that night at
Well,
$5
they raised the
off.
prices
That
right
they
before
I
Christmas.
get it,
they
I
ain't
know.
making money. They're just
But
trying to get
then
paid to do nothing.
we
Wendy
should've
wants to sit in her
considered
rear and do
Doing
nothing.
some kind of floor that could
But
be
she wants
put
the
over
power
it
of
or
the decision
something.
because we didn't.
In the 1 minute, she got
Initially, we
45
did not
minutes.
want her to
It's
be
gotta be rented out.
running.
I mean, this
Yeah.
cannot be, that gym is
She
huge.
needs
Maybe
to
when we're
stay
done.
The
with
gym
it.
is huge.
She needs to stay in
And-
the ACC
I-
part of something else.
I sat down with Wendy, explained her all my bill and stuff and
There's a lot of
everything.
places
And I
that
said, if you
send
have any
people
problem, let me know.
next
2 weeks
Yep.
later, that will Mang Electric power up the doors. I had to take off my bids and have money for it, paid them. But they didn't have money to pay me. Now they're mad because I put Alina. I had to.
The thing is you're
And
never
she-
gonna get your money unless you sell the building, and they're never gonna sell the building. You gotta sue them.
Oh, that's,
What was
no,
that? That's wrong.
not what the league.
Oh, really? Good,
Really.
good.
Yeah.
Because
We
I'm
just
like,
got
You
I
should
to
read this
ultimately
guy.
go in and start seizing bank accounts.
Oh, and by the way, Ryan told me yesterday, or last week on the phone that I should get a better attorney. He says one that reads emails. I said, I got one that'll take care of me.
I'm just, I should have never, there was 3 board members. 2 of us left with a year left and Bob left a month early just because we were just sick of Wendy's petty bickering and complaining every day something was wrong with Andy. We were in a meeting with this Mike Suter guy that they're talking about with the cameras and
He's the one that
she
she's
got-
cool, and he's
I know,
good
he's a
at
great
his,
guy.
he is, I mean,
This
he's
isn't
great, he
about
knows
him.
it, yeah, he knows it.
This isn't about him.
They gotta have 3
What I'm
prices.
gonna
before they
say
do anything.
is we were in a meeting with him and we were doing a walk around about these cameras. And I walked up and I heard something she said and she was complaining and I said something to her and she got mad and she left the meeting. She stormed off and was yelling at me all the way out. And that's how she acts. You make her mad, she gets storms off and she complains. We had told her previously on the board that she needed to take management classes. You don't run a business like this. It is a business. If you don't know how to manage it, you shouldn't be doing it.
How did they come out? I understand there's cost overruns because there is on every project.
Yeah, well, we're not even 10% over.
And, you know, the numbers came in lower on many of the,
Yeah, it was 66,500 bid.
Andy did everything to get the lowest.
yeah,
bids.
he was very, very
And
responsible with
people
the
like
county's
Coles,
money.
I mean, Coles were great to him and all the tradesmen were great to us and gave us great prices and
Yes.
everything. And he spent hours making this happen.
That was
But
the first time in my life we broke a axle off running equipment 2 weeks ago. I told them my work's leave right there. I can't afford to fix it.
Can I
First time in
ask
my
which,
life.
who you are with?
I'm Smith Electric.
Okay.
I did all electrical here.
so
I was just curious who is who, you
So we
don't,
shut
you
the
don't
lights off and
hear,
they paid for them.
yeah, you don't hear who all
No.
the contractors are and who's
Oh,
not
I
being
know this.
paid, I just was curious.
There's a pile. of-
Oh, I know, I'm local, I've
To
lived here all
answer
my
your
life, but they
question,
won't tell you
we had
who's not
weather
paid and
issues
who's.
that set us back. That took up time. Remember, it got so cold, there were just certain things you couldn't do, like with the gym floor, that was one of the
Yeah.
reasons why it was extended and cost money.
Winter construction is extremely expensive.
Exactly, so that was. The
So you
other thing
understand
is that $400,000 fire expression room in there. That was not in the first,
No, if you had city water here,
Oh,
you
but
wouldn't need it.
the fire.
When they drew it up, they didn't
said
think
you
it had
needed to have it. It is not by code that it had to be.
Yeah,
But that's
different
what they
square
wanted.
footage, because you didn't have a water
and now
tower.
I've heard,
You gotta have sprinkler
I've
system.
just heard so
Okay.
many different.
So anyways, it ended up going over $400,000 in one
Get the
room.
contractors to agree to take lesser amounts.
Who does that?
Well, we're not gonna do that.
I'm gonna go out to eat and I want lobster, but I'm only gonna pay you.
Yeah,
Mac and
$5.
cheese.
exactly.
And they cut
So they
wages.
hired this guy.
No, and I bet
Supposedly
you she gets a
hired guy,
raise.
well, we don't
Have they
see
cut
any
staff?
evidence of that.
No,
To make amends meet.
no.
And he's trying to.
Yeah, but their last week
Milk
meeting,
the
that was
contract.
that, if you read the minutes, they want to be closed on Wednesday and all that. Are you supposed to do meals? Why don't they have FFA selling fruit while they're selling cookies for people, bring people in to sell stuff? There's no blood drives, there's no nothing here. So you can say they're out of money because they ain't trying.
They're not trying. They got the top-notch kitchen in there, and it's not.
Well, I was just
And weddings were always.
Oh, no, oh, no. Yeah.
Gotta wait on one guy.
Yeah.
Oh. You know what? Did you show me your picture? No. Good, have I seen her? Yes, I do. I never thought of it.
So, it's okay. Okay. All right, the time is 10:35. I'll call this meeting back from recess, early in our 20 minutes. Roll call, please.
Mika,
Here.
Lynch.
Here.
Schlicker. Here. Pinder.
Here.
Stesney. Here. Kozel.
Here.
Charbonneau. Here. Stefanowski.
Here.
Confennel here. Drummond. Here.
Thank you. Upon further examination with our lawyers in the last couple of minutes, talking to them, we have a prepared statement. This is a public comment section. You are available for 2 minutes of the public comment.
I object.
If you are
You're
a,
not- Wait a minute.
if you
You
are,
don't get to come in here and make a statement about what the lawyer told you.
sir, I'm going to read you this
Doesn't
prepared
work that
statement
way.
from our lawyer, and you can, we can go from there. Okay, sir? Since you're an attorney, I'll read you this version. The Alcona County Commission on Aging is represented by counsel Matt Herstein at DeWeeth, Vitigo, and SASEC PC.
Objection.
All
You have-
communications
I
about this
read
matter should be
you
directed and
Provide
attended.
me with a resolution.
This is our understanding that the
board
attorney's ethical
hired
rules require an attorney who is aware the opposing party is represented by counsel and communicate only with the appropriate counsel. The ACSCOA is not agreeable to speaking with any opposing attorney about this matter. Sir, I hope you can
You
represent.
have no attorney
Sir,
because it takes a board resolution voted on by the board to hire an attorney. That was
thank you
never
for your time,
done.
Sir, thank you for your time, sir. We appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, we have the 2 minutes.
I've got to give you an extra 2 minutes because they'll work. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Tell your attorney he needs to learn to go to court.
State your name, sir.
Brad Smith.
Brad Smith, are you a vendor of the ACCOA?
You guys owe me $263,000 plus 67 with interest. and all
Brad,
that
I'd
stuff.
like to read to you the,
I'm not, time out. I'm not going there, so shut your mouth because I caught you in multiple
Brad?
lies.
Brad, the Alcona County Commission on Aging is represented by
I'm
this
not
matter by
representing that. I
counsel
represent something else.
Matt Herstein and Devitt and Vitigo and SASEC PC.
Yeah,
All
hey,
communications
you don't
about
want to
this
do your
matter.
job, quit because
Should
you
be directed
directed on and you don't know what you're
attention.
talking about. First of all, he sent me a paper with no signature. That means nothing.
Mr. Herstein.
Second of all, I was gonna
We
go
have the
off your
ACCOA
time
has requested
about your
various
events
information.
here, how you guys put as much effort in holding events here than you do. You call the cops, go ahead. I see you on your phone.
I'm starting to type.
Well, how can, let's start it now because you rudely interrupted me.
I'm going to read this as many times as I need to for the next 2 minutes.
No, you're
Because you know
not,
what?
because it's my time, not your time. You can take your time to your butt. I was gonna go, how come you guys want to be closed during Christmas and New Year's when people need it the most? You think you guys should try to sell tickets and stuff, whole New Year's party. You guys put just as much effort in holding events here as you do paying your contractors. Maybe you guys would go to work and make stuff happen. Maybe you'll have no problem with money. And by the way, the new generator you guys want is $200,000. You can't afford to pay your other bills first. Maybe you should finish paying people before you add more to your list. You'll kick your phone and shut it.
Thank you for your time, sir. Would anyone else like to have public comment that hasn't spoken already?
I would note that the door needs to be open.
I closed it, sorry, because it was so loud, I couldn't hear what you guys were saying.
Okay. Anyone else like to have public comment at this time?
How come your attorney's not here? I told you to have him here if he existed.
One more time, would anyone else like to have public comment at this time? Public comment ended at 10:39. Director's additional comments, concerns?
I do. First of all, I'd like to thank Kelly and Karina, and our staff was super helpful in doing our Christmas Santa Claus pictures. We didn't make much money, but Janet, one of the employees here, she brought her husband in and he spent 2 hours taking pictures of the little kids on Santa's lap. And Rollin and Vivian and Calvin Williams donated money to buy the candy canes. And Vivian's husband also did Santa for us because the one we had picked out got sick at the last minute. So I want to thank all these people very, very much, because it was we didn't get as much as we had hoped, but every little bit helps. So thank you. Oh, I do have one more comment. No. Okay, I'll wait on that one.
Okay. Anything else from the board?
Nothing.
That at this time.
No.
Okay. All right.
A second.
Our next regular meeting will be on January 27th at 10 a.m., 2026. This meeting is adjourned at, meeting is adjourned, 10:51.
Why don't you shut your phone system off here? You guys don't return much messages either.
Yes, ma'am.
This is what it's been.
We'll wait on that.
Alrighty. Hey, Ryan.
Oh.
Thank you.